Jam Studios. I'm Scott Jordan with this edition of the Weekly Update. All 5-point series were in action last weekend as the points leaders look to distance themselves further from that field. But with the stakes getting higher and a bullseye on their backs, will they buckle under pressure or shine in the spotlight? We start at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa with Stadium Championship Series Red, and it was This Race Saves Lives benefiting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. St. Jude superhero Caleb was on hand along with WWE superstar Titus O'Neil to get things rocking in front of 44,000 strong. Coming into the night, Adam Anderson had won 6 races in a row, and he would make it to the final round against Tyler Duke in Blue Thunder. Adam had lane choice and stayed in the red lane, which was the fastest all weekend, and it would pay off. Final turn, Tyler Duke hits the pod, and the streak would go to 9. Adam Anderson getting his 3rd straight racing win in the first 12 points of the event. Let's go to freestyle, and Cynthia Gauthier was back to driving like Cynthia Gauthier. She would hit the first jump in her path, and that's her 2019 World Finals High Jump Champion showing off. And then she moved to the backflip ramp, and Cynthia Gauthier would nail it. And there is your freestyle winner. But it was Adam Anderson taking the event championship and increasing his series points lead going into Sunday. We start with the Great Clip Skills Challenge. Ryan Disharoon takes Saigon Shaker off the step up into a nose wheelie, slides it across the track. He'd add a sidewall bicycle, and Saigon Shaker getting the first competition win of the season. Disaster would strike in freestyle as Adam Anderson gets the save of the night, but lost power in Gravedigger and could not get the truck refired. Now back in 2020, Jester's Matt Pagliarulo would get his first stadium freestyle win in this building, and on Sunday his son would attempt to do the same thing. Nick Pagliarulo had to fight through some truck issues throughout the run, and check out the landing here. He would get shut off with 17 seconds left. Matt telling the tech officials to fire him back up, and they would, and watch Kraken flips it back around. Huge air, shreds the body, gets the save, and with 5 seconds left makes a beeline to the backflip ramp, and the kid would send it. The crowd went nuts. Colt and I lost our minds in the booth. And Nick Pagliarulo gets his first career stadium freestyle win, and the celebration was on for father and son in Tampa. When the carnage cleared, it was Blue Thunder's Tyler Duke who took the event championship, his first of the year, and he celebrated, of course, by prancing on the track in true Tyler Duke style. Take a look at the updated point standings. Things looking a lot more interesting here with 10 points separating the top 3. Anderson, Mintz, and LeDuc all up there. Covenard and Mark List rounding out the top 5. The Red Series now heads to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis for 2 events beginning Saturday night. Both will be broadcast on CNBC. Arena Championship Series Central was in Belmont Park, New York last weekend with 4 events as Kristen Anderson looked to maintain her series points lead. But a driver who a lot of people thought would be in that position at this point is El Toro Loco's Elvis Lainez, and after a slow start to the season, he has been on fire as of late. Check him out on the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge on Friday night at the UBS Arena. Gets the stop, he has to catch it real quick, regains the balance control, edges the truck out with the nose wheelie, and then the moonwalk up on the pod, catches it right on the lip before setting it back down on all 4 BKT tires, and that gets the win. In the donut competition, more El Toro Loco has the back end of the truck low, smoke coming out of the Crazy Bull, and there is your winner, and there is your event champion. On a Saturday afternoon in the donut competition, Wildside Zach Garner would find a sweet spot and lay the truck right in there. If you look closely, you can see actual donuts flying out of the truck. Look at this kid eating a box of Dunkin' in the cab, so why not eat 1 or 12? He would win the competition, didn't finish lower than 3rd the rest of the way, and Zach Gardner is your event champion. Saturday night was the Blake Granger Show. Max D would win racing, and the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge with this huge popper. The ultimate showman here in freestyle, more Blake Granger goes to the A-Pack, flips Max D sideways, doesn't stick the landing, but does take the win and gets the overall. One final event on Sunday in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Tony Oaks, Soldier Fortune Black Ops, defying science here, nearly sticks the truck right into a moonwalk, gets the nose wheelie out in front, moonwalks the truck back up top, and sends it across the pod. He would get the win. Here in freestyle, Kristen Anderson clipping the back 2 BKTs on the pod, then clips them again, gets the save on the backside of the jump, and then some big air, lands wobbly but gets another save, nearly goes over, and some wheelie and stoppy action for you. She would get the freestyle win, but it is Tony Oaks winning the event championship. So 4 events on Long Island, 4 different champions, and let's take a look at the series points. Kristen Anderson doesn't add to her trophy case here, but she keeps doing just enough to stay at the top of the point series. Elvis Line is coming in hot, and Tony Oakes, Blake Granger, John Zimmer Jr., and Zach Gardner all right there. What a series this has turned out to be. The Central now heads to PPG Paint's Arena in Pittsburgh with 4 events beginning Friday night. Get your tickets at monsterjam.com. Providence, Rhode Island, the fictional hometown of Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dunn, was also last weekend's home for Arena Championship Series East. So let's get to the Dunkin' Donuts Center on Friday night. El Toro Loco's Armando Castro once again putting on a show in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Look at the popper and then the catch just on the lip of the pod. Incredible awareness here. He shifts the truck over to keep it on top of the pod and takes the competition win and also takes the event championship. On Saturday afternoon, Gravediggers Weston Anderson got in the win column as we take a look at the donut competition. And Anderson leads the series in donuts wins, and he would add to it right here with some break dancing at the end, and Gravedigger would win the event championship. Weston's 5th of the season, breaking the tie with Dragon's Cody Saucier. On a Saturday night, the racing final, Dragon against El Toro Loco. And tell me if you've seen this before. Cody Saucier turning on the jets. Look at the lane on the final turn, just missing the turn box, and Cody gets his 9th racing win of the season. Nobody else on the series has more than one. In freestyle, Brianna Mahan takes Whiplash for a trip to the 8-pack and gets huge air and a big push off the back to BKT. Perfect execution, and she has time for more Sky Wheelie Wheelie combo right across the pod. And the Princess of Carnage picks up another freestyle victory. But it's Armando Castro picking up another championship trophy, and on to Sunday we shall go. More Armando Castro here in the racing final up against Weston Anderson. It comes down to the final turn and the push to the chalk, and by an edge and an inch, the Toro train keeps rolling in Providence. In freestyle, Cody Saucier, like an RKO, hits a stoppie out of nowhere, moonwalk, nose wheelie, then the bicycle dragon putting on a clinic with the sidewall save, and Cody Saucier gets the freestyle win. But different events, same result. Armando Castro gets his 3rd event championship of the weekend, 5th on the year. What a weekend it was for him as we take a look at the point standings. And these are the 6 trucks that are competing on the whole series. Dragon maintaining the lead, El Toro Loco in 2nd, Gravedigger in 3rd, then Brianna Mahan in Whiplash in 4th. The E-Series does have a bye this weekend before returning to action at the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. I love saying that, so say it with me, Worcester. Stadium Championship Series Yellow is back at NRG Stadium for 2 events, and there is your series points leader Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger coming into the stadium. He has been absolutely dominant lately, and he get off to a red-hot start, making it to the racing final against Charlie Pauken. At the halfway point, Monster Mutt with the lead, but Son of a Digger finds the groove, finds his lane, and makes the turn on 3 wheels, and it's Ryan Anderson with his 4th racing win of the season. He would add a win in the Great Clip Skills Challenge as well. But in freestyle, it was the 2010 World Finals champion, Charlie Pauken, doing Chucky things. Watch the slap wheelie, dragging the tail of Monster Mutt, and then lines up for the backflip and carries the momentum to take the truck over not once, but twice, and he lands it. Time for one more big jump at the end, and Charlie is your freestyle winner. Ryan Anderson gets the near-perfect event, 35 points, and he gets his 2nd straight event championship in Houston. On to Sunday. For Ryan Anderson, he would add another racing win to start the day, but in the Great Clip Skills Challenge, Tyler Menega decided he was just sick of Ryan Anderson winning everything, and he went to work. Comes off the pod into a stoppie, right into the moonwalk, the drop off onto the center, moonwalks again, and right onto the wheelie bar, keeps it there, and the wheelie back across the pod. That is your winning run. In freestyle, more of the same from Gravedigger. Nice extension off the race ramp into a bicycle save. Follows that up with some big air, no brake check here, and then the backflip into a moonwalk on the landing, and Tyler is your freestyle winner and your event champion. Another near-perfect event there as well, just 1 point shy. As we look at the current point standings, Ryan Anderson still has the lead. Tyler Menega does some damage here. He's in 2nd, Charlie Pauken in 3rd, Barton Musauer 4th, and Camden Murphy in 5th. This weekend, the Yellow Series travels to State Farm Stadium with just 1 event Saturday night. So if you're in the Glendale or Phoenix area, get your tickets, and we'll see you at State Farm Stadium. Arena Championship Series West was back in action last weekend at the Fargo Dome in North Dakota with 2 events on Saturday. We start with Saturday afternoon's racing final between Gravediggers Brandon Vincent and Rockwell Red's Travis Mowry. And they both get a great jump at the start. Look at Travis Mowry. Rockwell Red had the lead at the halfway point, but you can't count out Gravedigger. And on the final turn, Brandon Vincent takes the racing win. In the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, Brandon Vincent taking Gravedigger into a stop. He gets the nose wheelie all the way past the chalk line, back to the pod, and then the moonwalk back. And he gets the win and takes the event championship. On a Saturday night in freestyle, check out Earthshaker's Tristan England with his vertical wheelie dragging the tail of that truck through the dirt. And then Earthshaker with the biggest air of the night, then tries for a stop he saved, but Earthshaker ended the night on its roof, and Tristan England ended the night with a freestyle win in Fargo. However, the championship trophy staying with Brandon Vincent. He took racing and skills and leaves the Fargo Dome 2 for 2. So a much-needed weekend for Team Gravedigger as we look at the series point standings. A little more breathing room now for Brandon Vincent. Travis Mowry with a solid weekend as well. He's up to 239 and now tied for 4th. The West Series heads to Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, with 4 events beginning Friday night with a 7 p.m. start time. Last weekend in Tampa, I had a chance to sit down with 5-time World Finals champion Adam Anderson to talk about his season, career, and legacy. Take a look. Fans worldwide know the legacy that your dad has left behind after creating Gravedigger and driving for so long at such a dominant level. What do you think the legacy of Adam Anderson is when you either leave it behind or continue? What do you think your legacy in Monster Jam is?
You know, it's I can't say I'm definitely not the first, second generation driver, but you know, Gravedigger name is the most well-known name within Monster Jam, and I feel our family name is, and I just hope that, you know, all the memories I created throughout the years with those families, and a lot of them, it doesn't, sometimes they think my dad was driving, or, you know, it doesn't even matter, but I was a part of their lives, and I hope that they remember that. We already have third generation fans coming to these events, and I've created those memories for those people, and it hits you in the heart sometimes.
So what are your thoughts on your current series, and do you think that you're going to be able to maintain the points lead and get that automatic bid to World Finals?
Honestly, I think I have this feeling that it's going to be a little bit more of a battle than I want it to be, and it's just going to be dependent on the truck, you know, as far as everything staying together, keeping it going. Thankfully, I do have a good crew. Jeff Sin is on it. The other competitors are pushing. Nobody likes for us to. If they do pass me, I feel like it could happen. It may happen, but then it makes it a little bit of a challenge. Then I want to run them down in the end if I can.
Adam, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
For the full interview, make sure to tune in to Monster Jam Saturday, June 12th at 3 p.m. Eastern. That is round 15 from Detroit on NBC. Let's take a look at this week's power rankings. Ryan Anderson retains the top spot this week, while Tyler Mennigan now leapfrogs Adam Anderson and Tom Meents into that number 2 spot. Todd the Duke, a big riser this week, up 4 spots on the heels of an event championship in Tampa. But it's Charlie Pauken who is the biggest riser of the week. He moves up 5 spots to number 9, and Armando Castro up 2 spots to round out the top 10. We are another week closer to Monster Jam World Finals in Orlando. And if you haven't heard, it's the granddaddy of them all, the biggest event of the year. For the first time since 2019, world champions will be crowned in 4 competitions: racing, the Great Clip Skills Challenge, high jump, and freestyle, all over a 2-day period. And you can't forget about the Monster Jam Awards ceremony. It's going to be the hottest ticket in town, where we will honor the sport's finest. All that and more the weekend of May 21st and 22nd at Camping World Stadium. For tickets, information, and a chance to win the VIP experience of a lifetime, head to monsterjam.com and join me at World Finals 21. Join us on social media. Take a look below. We've laid it all out for you. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Give us a like, give us a follow, become a subscriber on YouTube, and you can unlock over 20 years of Monster Jam content. Don't forget our new TV season debuts Saturday, March 26th at noon Eastern on NBC Sports on CNBC, with 3 hours of coverage beginning with round 1 in Oakland. I am off to US Bank Stadium, where the temperature on Saturday is expected to drop to 2 degrees, so thank goodness we are indoors. If you're coming to the stadium, hit me up on Instagram and let me know. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time right here on the Weekly Update.